Hey, it's Greg McIntyre with McIntyre Elder Law here on a Saturday morning. It's about 9 o'clock and just popped up this morning, was thinking about the new VA rules. Really, this part that I'm talking about here is the same. It was the same in the old VA rules too. The new rules for VA pension go into effect December 18th. And I can't tell you how unfair and inequitable I think it is to spouses. Majority of the spouses that are caring are women, okay? So I think it's discriminatory to women, it's discriminatory to married couples, and the question is, does it encourage divorce right in the rules? And I don't know. I'm speaking up. Sometimes when you get when you stick your neck out, you get your head chopped off, right? But at least I'm going to speak up and talk about it. There's tons of spouses out there who are caring for their husbands. Some husbands are caring for their wives too, but statistically it's more women caring for the men because the men pass away earlier, statistically. I have several cases right now where wives are caring for husbands 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and the husbands can't get their VA pension that they should be able to get because of the rules and that discrimination in the rules against spouses as caregivers. And here's why I call it discriminatory, outright discriminatory. And I'm calling a spade a spade. If I get smacked by VA, whatever, you need to change your rules. You need to change your rules because I could bring in any caregiver to give care at home. A daughter can give care to her father 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and be paid for the care that she's giving. That pay that she's paying, that the veteran's paying the daughter, is counting down or counting off against his income or household income of a single veteran or a husband and wife, a household couple, because those incomes are counted together. However, a spouse who's in a home, a wife who's caring for that same husband, that same father, that daughter that could be giving care, the wife cannot count that against the total income of the household to pay herself and put it in a separate account. That's just wrong. When you get married, yes, it's till death do you part, but it's not. So she's carrying out of him by marital loving obligation, yes, but you should be able to count that against the veteran's pension. Why can every other caregiver, anybody, some caregiver you bring in that's stealing stuff out of your house, a third party, right? You can pay them, but you can't pay your own spouse and count that off to qualify for your pension? I don't at all understand that. I think VA is so wrong-headed with those rules. I don't understand why we would encourage. And let me tell you where I think it really, really hits the wrong test for me is, I'm married, I'm a veteran, I have 6 children, I value my marriage. This same couple could get divorced and that spouse give care, that former spouse give care, and count it off against their income that they bring in monthly. And then the veteran would qualify for the benefit. So is VA, through their rules, ancillarily or secondarily, rewarding and encouraging divorce to obtain a veteran's pension benefit? I think it's wrong. Feel free to chime in. VA, call me. Mainly this is a written rule, protective money / political issue on a national level that I think is absolutely wrong and affects millions of veterans out there by not allowing spouses to take payment and count off the care they give. VA is denying many, many veterans across the country their rightful pension benefit. And they're saying, spouse, you care for your husband, you care for your wife because it's your job, but you can't get paid for it. And I think it's absolutely horribly wrong. So I hope to get it changed. I hope we can get it changed. I haven't heard a lot of people speak out about it. I haven't heard anyone speak out about it. I've heard other experts in VA or other authorities in VA, in the VA world, in the pension world, just quote that rule as law and as fact with absolutely no feelings about it. I wish some others would speak up because I think it's wrong and I think it's discriminatory and I think it denies many, many veterans out there across the country pension benefits that they should receive that would greatly help that family. Perhaps that wife could get some rest, some respite if there was an extra couple of $1,000s coming in that could pay a third-party caregiver to come in and get her some relief. Check out other statistics out there. I'll tell you how deep it goes. Check out other statistics out there on the life expectancies of familial caregivers. So here's a secondary question. Now I'm gonna go really deep, okay? Now I'm gonna get in trouble. A spousal caregiver or a family caregiver that lives with someone and is giving care, their life expectancy drastically reduces. Their life expectancy reduces. This is not spitballing here. This is not me, hey, this kind of connects. This is actual fact, okay? This is statistical facts that you can go Google it on the internet. Life expectancy or lifespan of spousal caregivers or family caregivers, living caregivers, drastically reduces because of the stress, because of the lack of sleep. It's not their job. It's not their professional job. But they're expected through VA to qualify for the pension to do it free of charge. And their life, they're going to die earlier statistically because of that role that they're playing. If they were to be able to receive a veteran's pension and count that work that they're putting in to take care of their husband or take care of their wife, then they could pay a caregiver to come in with that extra pension and give them some rest and perhaps give them some relief that will allow them to live longer, that will allow them to live fuller lives, better lives, healthier lives, more stress-free lives. So these things, these policies made at a national level have deep-rooted, resounding effects, not only on money that comes into to households of veterans, but also on lifespans of their spouses. And it's not right. It's inequitable. When I went to law school, one of the things that I keyed on, and I'm going to tell you internally, one of my faults to a fault is a sense of equity and fair play. I cannot stand corruption. I cannot stand foul play. I cannot stand it when the scale isn't balanced, when Lady Justice is leaning to one side or the other with that scale. I can't stand it. It absolutely eats away at me. I don't get sleep. You know, I wake up in the morning thinking about it like I did this Saturday morning. So I see this as total inequity and foul play. There's no fair play here. I mean, the rules and the law of equity is actually a theory of law. I mean, equity is an entire theory of civil recovery. You can recover in equity. And it's basically what's fair here. Like this ruling, this rule, these things are unfair. This doesn't play under the rules of equity in any way. I can pay a bum. I can pay a son. They might be the same person. I can pay a daughter. I can pay a stranger. I can contract with a private agency. I can pay any of those people to come in and give care if I'm the veteran and I'm suffering from dementia, Alzheimer's, or any other ailment. But I can't pay that spouse, that woman who saw me through my entire life and who's now caring for me 24/7. The children might not be close by. The children might be in other states working, and the family might not have the money to pay the caregivers. That's why they need the pension benefit. And if I paid anybody else but my spouse, I could qualify for that pension benefit under the income component, but I can't pay my spouse. How wrong-headed is that? It is. So, I'd love your feedback, love your comments. You may like it, you may not. You may be some high-up VA guru rep in DC who thinks that, we just don't have the money to extend to spouses and to that many more families, right? We just can't pay that many more families. But your rules need to be fair. Think about that. They need to be fair. Don't tell me I can pay the meth addict down the street to come in and care for my dad and have him steal half the stuff, but I can't pay his wife who cared for him his entire, and was by his side in his entire life to qualify for that benefit. It's not right and it's not fair. Anyway, I'm Greg McIntyre, fighting the good fight, I hope. McIntyre Elder Law. I'm an attorney and veteran certified attorney through the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, who I love and respect. I was in the military. I'm a veteran of the U.S. Navy. However, that doesn't mean that every decision that VA makes is correct or that they shouldn't have critics or opposition. And my hope is that being in the United States of America, that gives me the right to speak out and say that. And as a representative for veterans and their spouses in this type of work, I feel like it's my duty, my heartfelt duty to say that and not just go along to get along here. So I hope you understand that and respect that. And I'm always going to be here working hard for you, whether it's popular for me or not. And I will suffer for you so that you can get what you deserve. I promise. I've done it my entire legal career. Ask anyone. Peace and love. Greg McIntyre, McIntyre Elder Law, 704-259-7040. If you want to see if you qualify for a veteran's pension benefit, I spent a lot of my time studying those rules and strategies to see how your family can legitimately qualify for those benefits. Give us a call, 704-259-7040, or go to mcelderlaw.com/vetbens. mcelderlaw.com/vetbens, VETBENS. Have a good weekend.